Alright, so today's video is all about a fragrance house that was introduced to me by one of my subscribers, and it's now become one of my all-time favorite fragrance houses with the range and the diversity that they've got, the quality of product, and the impact that some of these fragrances leave. So we're going to go ahead and today we're going to talk about the Day 3 Discovery Set and all 12 fragrances in it. Let's talk about it. Alright, welcome to Just Breathe Fragrances. On this channel, we've experienced thousands of fragrances across every category to bring you honest, insightful, and unbiased reviews, interviews, and so much more to keep you smelling your absolute best in every moment that matters. And today, we're talking about one of my favorite things, which is a Discovery Set, and one of my absolute all-time favorite fragrance houses introduced to me by a subscriber of mine, Day 3 Fragrance House. They are a family-owned fragrance house that is all about quality. So in this Discovery Set, we've got 12 different fragrances, and you've got everything from some boozy coffee fragrance to a nice vanilla oud and a couple of really nice freshies. Alright, so there's 12 different fragrances in the Discovery Set, very generous Discovery Set, and it's got a broad range of different types of fragrances. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna blow through the first 6, and then I'm going to really focus on the final 6, and I'm going to rank them in order from least favorite to my absolute favorite. And there's only one in here that, to my knowledge, that there was more than one perfumer. All of these were put together by Michael Paul, incredible perfumer obviously, but number 1 was actually worked on by another perfumer in addition. So we're gonna breeze through these first 6 and really focus on the last 6. Okay, so the first one we're gonna talk about is Midnight Rasbebry. So this one received quite a bit of hype, and I understand why, but I will tell you that this didn't make it into my top 6. So this is an oudy, chocolatey raspberry with some cedar wood in the base. I think that a lot of times patchouli can come off a little bit chocolatey. So what you're getting here is an oudy, chocolatey raspberry that has some depth, some darkness, some dimension, hence the name Midnight Rasbebry. If you like oud, you'll like this for sure. So oud, patchouli, raspberry, and cedarwood is what you're getting. It's not sweet. I would say this is more like bittersweet. But it's dark, it's got depth, great for cool weather. Personally, not in my top 6, but it's right outside of that. All right, next is Tres Oros, which I think means the 3 golden or something like that. So this one is really nice. It's got a nice amount of sweetness, and it's kind of got this freshness to it as well. And it's got pineapple, plantains, and cinnamon. There's honey and brown sugar in there too, but what you're really getting is that pineapple, plantain, and cinnamon, and a little honey as well, a little brown sugar. Yeah, you get all that. So it's nice, it's sweet, it's got a little spice to it, a little fruitiness, and a little freshness. This could have easily been in my top 6. It's just not my personal cup of tea. I think that this would be a perfect unisex fragrance. Men, women would both love this. This would probably be pretty mass pleasing. For my own taste, it didn't make it in the top 6, but it could have. Tres Oros, you're getting that pineapple, cinnamon sweetness, almost a little smokiness too, but it's a little bit sweeter than what I would like, and I don't typically like the note of cinnamon either. It's pretty good though. I've actually worn this. It had great longevity, perfect for cool weather. It's got great projection. It will fill a room. You can tell it's made with quality. Oros could have easily been in my top 6. Okay, so the next is Royal Reflection. Now, this one is a little bit, I can't decide how I feel about it, you know what I mean? So it's only got 3 notes: passion fruit, rose, and white musk. But what you're really getting is rose and white musk. In my opinion, a lot of people will probably think this gives old lady vibes, but I mean, it's very clean with, I could say, probably a little bit of an old lady rose. It's not a jammy rose. So it's a clean, soapy rose musk fragrance. This is probably my least favorite in the entire collection. I've made it a point to wear almost all of these at this point. This is one that no one in my household really liked. But this could be for a mature female. I think this would hit really nicely. Me personally, this isn't one that I'll ever buy a full bottle of. Okay, so next is one that I still don't really know how to pronounce. So if someone from day 3 is watching, please give me the phonetic spelling, but this is Aylan or Aylan. It could be either one. I think it's Aylan though, but this one is really nice. You know, for me, I probably would wear this more in formal settings and in cooler weather. I wouldn't say this is like super sexy in comparison to some of the other ones like Filosophia we'll get into here shortly. That made it in the top 6 for sure. So this has the same smell as like a fresh book, if that makes any sense. It's got like the smell of fresh paper and ink, you know, like a bookshop almost, with a little bit of vanilla and some resins. I think there's elemi resin in there, and cashmere. It's smooth, it's nice. This is more of a skin scent. This isn't gonna be one that fills a room, okay? And so in my opinion, it would be appropriate to wear this at formal events, maybe cool weather. Aylan's not too awful bad. Didn't make it in my top 6. And it's definitely not going to. All right, so this one's interesting. So there's a whole range of fragrances that are in the, or described as a Coca-Cola fragrance, right? This is a boozy Coca-Cola fragrance with some lime in there, and it's got red wine in there too. I think it's rum and red wine. So it's a weird combination, right? I wouldn't drink rum and move to red wine, not unless I was looking to be sick, but this is actually really nice. I normally don't get into Coca-Cola fragrances. There's only one out there by the House of Copper Still Fragrances. Shout out Joshua Alsip. 51C is a banger. But man, this is so good. It's a boozy Coca-Cola with some lime and some depth and dimension. It's not sweet, but it's nice. It's perfect. It's got kind of like that bright fizziness that Coca-Cola would have. I know that there's some florals and some lavender in there as well. I can barely pick up on that. There is a little bit of an aromatic quality from the lavender and kind of a little floral in the background, but what you're getting is a boozy Coca-Cola lime fragrance. It's got, you know, booze Coca-Cola forward, and it's actually really nice. I would encourage you to get this discovery set to form a really good opinion on some of these because they're so unique. Ambar Dominicano is the name of this fragrance, and it's fun to say. And I know I just probably sounded like a gringo completely trying to, you know, speak Spanish. Ambar Dominicano, but it's fun. Solid fragrance. I would say this is easily an 8.5 out of 10 and could have made it in the top 6. Okay, before we get into the top 6, I've got to mention one real quick that I was torn and I almost put in the top 6, but it's Bani. Bani has this unusual freshness with mango tree, passion fruit, magnolia, but what throws it off for me is the coconut. There's coconut in there. I'm not a big fan of coconut in fragrances. Room 1013 produced Wave Child, which is a watermelon coconut fragrance. I really like that one, but just because of the coconut, I gave it to my youngest daughter. But if it wasn't for that, this would have been the top 6. Bani it's fresh, floral, mango forward, but not super mango. It's more mango tree, right? Passion fruit a little bit. So it's fresh, fruity, and it doesn't project very well for me. And the longevity just isn't there. So I mean, it's not one that I would be incredibly excited about buying a full bottle. I might get one just for the collection one day. But my opinion on Bani is it was okay, not full bottle worthy for myself. All right, let's go. I'm excited about these top 6, and I'm telling you, they're all heat, every last one of them. And so this one is a really unique aquatic that I love called Del Mar. So Del Mar is fresh, aquatic, citrusy with lime in there. It's got ginger, jasmine. Now it does have some coconut in the base, but I don't really get much of it. I do get that musk in the base though. This is gonna be something that's fresh, clean, aquatic, slightly citrusy from lime and lime peel. It's got that sparkly, effervescent quality that ginger brings, and it's got this clean white musk. I love Del Mar, and this is number 6. Yes, fresh, aquatic, citrusy, banger. This is gonna be heat for the summertime. When it warms up, this will be something that I keep in my rotation. Really solid projection, great longevity. You cannot complain about Del Mar. Top 6, but this is definitely gonna make it into a summertime video as well. All right, next is Downtown Deja Vu. Now, this is one that is kind of playful, and I think this is more feminine, but I will end up wearing this. And I feel like this is gonna get passed around in my household between me and the ladies. So, man, so this has got some red fruits, apple, a little bit of iris, and in the base it's got cotton candy. Now I can already hear folks talking about, oh man, that's so feminine, cotton candy, red fruits. It just works, man. It's not overly sweet like you would think it would be. This is fresh. I get the red fruits, and I do get a little bit of that cotton candy, but I also get that iris and some clean white musk. There's suede in there, which adds a little bit of dimension. But what you're getting is a clean, slightly sweet, white musk, cotton candy, red fruits fragrance that could work for any guy or girl. The only drawback to Downtown Deja Vu is it does not project. It's more of a skin scent. It doesn't have the best longevity, but you will smell it and you'll smell clean. And this is pretty nice. Downtown Deja Vu is probably gonna be one that me, my wife, the kids, except for my son, we all end up wearing sooner or later. All right, so this gets really exciting for me because this is actually my personal preference number 1. But I put it at number 3 because it's not going to be one that everybody likes, right? Number 1 is going to be something that's very, very mass appealing, but this is my number 1 favorite from the house. It is La Tacita De Cafe. It's a boozy coffee fragrance. How could you not like that? Damn. So you got some spices, some wild orange right there in the opening, but the coffee and the booze, the rum and the brown sugar and caramel that's in there. This is a really nice cafe that also serves some drinks, and you got some rum in your coffee, right? But it's not just the regular coffee. It's one of those flavored joints that's not too awful sweet. It's just nice caramel, maybe a caramel macchiato with some rum. God, it's addictive. Yeah, this isn't a sweet coffee. So this is just a nice coffee with some spices, some rum. There's some amber in there in the dry down and some vanilla. It just adds some depth and dimension. This one has really good longevity, probably 8-9 hours, something like that, and fair projection, moderate projection. I do wish that this one projected a little bit more because I just keep spraying it. I want to keep smelling it and keep smelling it. La Tacita De Cafe. It also has just a smidge of smokiness as well. And it's just got this really nice mature quality to it. La Tacita De Cafe is my favorite from the house as far as my personal preference, but I put it at number 3 because it probably won't be everyone's cup of tea. But it's a boozy coffee fragrance you just can't be mad at. I'm gonna keep smelling this for a little while. Okay, so next is Escondalo. This is another one of those fresh, fruity fragrances. It's got, oh man, oh goodness gracious. Okay, so it's got lametta, guava, it's got some jasmine, sambac in there, and ginger. So you know it's gonna be bright, fresh, fruity, effervescent, but it does have a little bit of oud in the base. And so this is a very interesting fragrance I think most people will really like. And the fruitiness from the guava gives it a little playfulness, and the ginger kind of just brightens and lightens it up, but that oud gives it some depth. You don't get a lot of oud. You really get the limetta, which I would imagine is some derivation of lime, and guava, as well as the ginger. This is gorgeous. So this is one that I think a lot of women will probably gravitate to when they try it, but men could wear this all day long, perfectly unisex. It's got great projection. It actually projects above moderate. And just for the first 3 or 4 hours, then it dials it back a little bit. This is a gorgeous, fruity, fresh, effervescent fragrance that I think would be amazing for warm weather. Escondalo, definitely full bottle worthy. Okay, so I have a confession to make. My math sucks, and this is number 2 right here. Okay, so number 2 is Filosophia. I would love to spray it for you, but I just got carried away and I can't, yeah, there's nothing left in this bottle. I've worn this twice now, and this is one I just couldn't help myself with. This is a, oh, I actually smell it just a little bit. This is a beautiful tobacco oud with some hazelnut and vanilla in there. The perfect amount of sweetness, and it's got some chocolate. If you've been following the channel for any length of time, you know I love chocolate. I'll reference one of my favorite chocolate fragrances right here. Amazing. But Filosophia is gorgeous. It's got great longevity, great projection. I would say this is one that if you want a room filler, fill it full of this. This tobacco oud, chocolate vanilla, perfect amount of sweetness, darkness, depth, dimension. This is sexy. This is date night. This is cool weather. Filosophia is beautiful. Day 3, thank you so much for making Filosophia. I love it. All right, now there has to be a number 1. Okay, so the one that I've chosen for number 1, my number 1 spot, is Desert Rain. So Desert Rain is a very unique, fresh fragrance that I believe any and everybody will love. It's got a couple really cool accords. So it's got a cactus blossom note and desert rain accord. Yeah, I could see that. But what you're really getting, I mean, I could see the cactus blossom because there is kind of a floral aspect to it. What you're getting is bergamot, juniper, sage, and some woodsy notes. So, and there is like a certain fresh, watery note in there. So I can imagine, and I'm gonna have so much fun doing a full bottle review on Desert Rain because there's so many unique facets to this fragrance, and it has to be number 1. Anyone and everyone is gonna love this one. I'm gonna lean on this fragrance so hard when the weather warms up. So yeah, you're getting this slightly citrusy from the bergamot, juniper, and juniper a lot of times is very cooling in a fragrance. There's a green tea note in there that it's definitely apparent, and this has got to be, it might be my favorite green tea fragrance. And I know some people are gonna say, no, imagination, you know, blah blah blah. This is different. This is just very nice bergamot, juniper, sage, and it's got some woodsy notes, and there is that floral aspect. I don't think you're gonna find anybody that doesn't love Desert Rain. It's at number 1 for a reason. I do kind of wish there was a little bit of Ambroxan in here to give it more push, more projection, more oomph, but it's about a 9.5. It's one of the best freshies that I've ever smelled. It's unique, it's beautiful. Desert Rain at number 1. All right, so that about does it for Day 3 fragrances. This is their entire collection as far as I'm aware. I've actually talked back and forth with them on their Instagram, so if you do message them, they're a small indie house. They're family owned and operated, and everything that they do, it just says, you know, hey, it's personal touch. You know, this blew me away whenever I saw that they personally wrote my name in here. They really do everything with care. Have you tried Day 3 fragrances? What's your favorite from the house? Do you agree that Desert Rain should have been number 1, or are you one of those people that's gonna hate on me in the comment section and say right out of the gate, Midnight Rasbebry should have been number 1? Let me know, drop it in the comment section, let's talk about it.